There are historical romances set in older times. There is contemporary romance set today. There's paranormal romance. There are subcategories of historical romance, regency romances, Roman historicals. Regencies, for instance, are very popular because they're set in a very elegant time where the language was very high, and so you can find people pulling romance out of almost any era. You have a lot of authors who are now reconstructing historical characters, famous characters as told by their maids, their servants, their grooms, their valets, who actually play a role in the story. Little was it known that the groom to His Highness was actually the person who changed history, but nobody knows about it. That sort of thing is entertaining. Then you get famous characters, but as told through a fresh viewpoint. There are so-called category love stories. I'll give you a good distinction that I very often recommend to my clients. There is the category romance, which is boy meets girl, boy and girl have a misunderstanding. The misunderstanding may be very trivial. He likes to sleep with the window open and she likes to sleep with the window closed, and they have a disagreement, they break up, and then they get back together again. That's a category romance. If you add the element of history, so that the book is set in a historical context, so now boy meets girl and they're about to get married, and it's December 7th, 1941, and war is declared, and boy enlists, and girl goes to work on the assembly line, and girl meets a guy at home, and the guy fighting meets a nurse in Europe, and they fall in love, and boy and girl, the original ones, fall apart, and they go their separate ways. And years later, they see each other, their marriages have broken up, and they find each other again. That's the same story that I told you with the windows open and the windows closed, but the history has become a character in that story and has lent dimension to a simple love story and made it very profound. And you've seen many movies and read many books where the history played a role in the romance that made it profound rather than trivial. But there's a place for trivial romance too.